So, this is an experience one of my friends asked me to share with others. It's narrated by me since he's too busy now to narrate the whole experience. Week 1. Chinese characters. So, this is the last page of me practicing how to write Chinese characters. I wanted to learn Chinese character first before learning the sounds. This is because I've seen many people who started learning with pinyin get stuck there, and they will find it harder to learn characters. By now, I don't know how to pronounce all these characters. But I made a mistake. As you can see, I can't write as fluently even though I have been practicing for about 4 days now. This is because I haven't learned the way characters are formed and written. That is, the components that makes up a character. So, after finishing this exercise book, I went to learn radicals and it all made sense. For example, a character for a tree is this one, and the corresponding radical will be used to form words that have a relationship with trees. For example, a bush is this, and a forest is this. Same way, a character for mouth is this one. So, whenever you see this, 90 times out of 100, it will be something that is related to speaking, eating, drinking, etc., etc. Another interesting one is a character for water, which is this one. But its corresponding radical changes to this one. So whenever you see this one, it is something related to water. For example, river is this one, lake is this one, and sea is this one. Week 2. Sounds. Once I got discovered, then I moved to sounds. Something important that most of the people will overlook is tones. I made sure to master all the 4 tones. After tones, then I went on to master the pronunciation. This is also something most of the people overlook, but it is important to master it to make sure that your speech is clear. Most of the time though, Chinese speakers may be able to guess what you said according to context, but if you pronounce a word alone, then it will be hard to know what you're talking about. Another interesting thing is that some sounds are either pronounced differently from the way they are pronounced in other languages or simply don't exist in other languages. So I spent a little more time practicing such sounds. Week 3. First 1000 characters. Now that I know some characters and some radicals, it's time to learn the first 1000 characters. This was the most difficult part of all, because every Chinese character is unique and must be memorized. Although one can still guess its sound and meaning after learning radicals, but it is still challenging enough. Week 4. Practicing reading and spoken Chinese. I spent week 4 mostly reading articles.
有一些通水枪讲港本生活中没有材料可写。如果你愿意做，因为生活中的有些人就会发现有许多材料可写，例如写家中的宠物、户外的景色，或者是自己的爱好，如收藏等等。
And watching Chinese movies that have simple dialogues. One such TV show is Home with Kids. And I also listen to some songs. Whenever I catch a new sentence or a phrase, I will try to use it as much as possible so I can remember it. This was the most productive and entertaining time of all because it opened a whole new world for me. Week 5. 500 more characters. Through immersion, I was able to pick up a lot of new words, phrases, and commonly used sentences. In the last week, I spent most of the time learning some 500 more new characters. I'm pretty sure that I knew more than 1,500 characters by the time, and it was in this week that I found that I could confidently converse with someone. That is, being able to understand what they say and they being able to understand what I say. And that is how I taught myself Chinese in 1 month. I made mistakes along the way, but I kept pushing. So, do you still feel not ready enough or too old to pick up a new language? I am 32 years old, so don't stop learning.